Hi everyone and welcome to Selling Your Expertise Online. My name is Phoon, author, global sales coach and business transformation expert. I'm so happy to be able to collaborate with Global's Trainers Federation as one of their Trainer Quality Council members, as well as a facilitator for this online certification program. I'm sure that you have learned a lot so far. So we've got just a bit more to help you get along your way and to be better at what you do online. A little bit more about myself. I started my career in the technology industry and spent a good 16 years in corporate life before I ventured out into consulting, coaching, and training. So I've been doing that now for almost 2 decades, and I travel around the world speaking to different individuals, helping them to transform their businesses so that they can be more effective both offline and online. So today, I'm really excited to actually assist you and help you get along your way so that you can be even more effective online as a trainer, speaker, or coach. So what are we going to cover in these 3 key modules on selling your expertise online? The first thing is this idea of how there are new rules of winning. Today, things have changed. We all know that there needs to be a specific methodology around how we do things so that we can leverage on the changing world, on the new normal, as we say. So the first thing we're going to cover in Module 1 is the new rules of winning, some guiding principles of how you can be successful online, and why is it so important to create partnerships and collaborations, because this is very key to your success. Module 2, we're going to focus on the idea of rebranding so that you can be relevant online, and you'll be able to learn 10 ways on how you can market or deliver online as a trainer, speaker, and coach. And we'll wrap up the whole lesson in Module 2 around an assignment of how you can redesign your offering. I'm going to give you a specific set of instructions to help you along your way and leverage on those 10 ways on how you can take your business to the next level. And then our final module, Module 3, will focus on repositioning your online offerings. We're going to focus on how you can look at different formats in terms of hybrid training. You're going to look at different pricing strategies so that you can be more effective and uplift your offering to your customers to a point where they're willing to pay for the price that you set on your solution or on your product. And then finally, we'll wrap up with this idea of the final assignment that will help you understand how you can actually take your proposal and pitch it to a client and show them and offer them the various hybrid training offerings that you might have. Okay, so let's get going. So Module 1 is about the new rules of winning. Probably most of us would have had different levels of success being trainers of various topics that we have done. We probably traveled around the world sharing our expertise. But today, taking the context of going online and being effective and relevant online, we certainly cannot leave things to chance. We must focus on creating our opportunities. And creating our opportunities means understanding the landscape. Okay, so the landscape in new worlds, in the new way of winning, the landscape in new rules of winning, just like what Jose shared in this idea of his book, The Double. Chaos is merely an order waiting to be deciphered. So in the midst of chaos, in the midst of a VUCA environment, volatile, uncertain, complex, as well as ambiguous environment that we're in today, we need to understand what are the rules in order to be able to leverage a winning system. So the key thing about the new normal must-haves is the idea that everything that we do, from go-to-market, GTM stands for go-to-market, your strategies, your activities, your plans, your campaigns, as well as your turnaround time, both in the way that we choose to engage with our customers and the way that we deliver our approach and the way that we focus on engaging with various parties within our ecosystem, we have to talk about speed. Speed is number 1. Quick turnaround time, quick go-to-market. The second thing is the ability to be able to have a hybrid offering. Now, hybrid offering means both our online expertise has to be translated to an online relevance where we have both the best of both worlds. And the third one is the access to evidence. People need to know that you are able to do just as well online as well as offline. Now, maybe you have built a credibility surrounding your offline credentials and your offline strengths and your offline offerings. But what's more important is the customer needs to know and wants to know whether you can be just as capable, just as engaging in an online world, in an online context. And they need to be able to find evidence for that. So evidence for that means that you must be publicly found on the internet, and information surrounding your virtual facilitation skills, information surrounding some actual work that you have done, maybe some demo clips to show them that you are able to actually do what you have done in the offline world just as well on the online world, okay? So the fourth thing is keeping things succinct and simple. Not having the ability to be able to articulate and communicate and getting things across in a succinct way will crash or deplete your influence factor. It's very crucial for customers to be able to understand you in the quickest way as possible. Your participants must be able to get you and get your information and get your point as soon as possible. You know why? Because when we deliver things virtually, time has a different context. People expect everything to be done faster, shorter, quicker, and crisper, right? So it's very important for us to be able to get our point across clearer. And then the last one is having a higher standard in everything that we do. Now, the reason why is because the borders have now changed. It's almost borderless, so to say. We are going global. You know, everything that we do online has the ability to be able to expand and go global. So it's very important for us to have higher standards in everything that we do, have a different perspective in everything that we do, and understand that whatever we do is able to actually access a greater a population of people. So very important to realize this 5 new normal must-haves so that we will be able to not only survive but thrive in this online world, in this new world order. Now, the key thing that's going to guide us in this couple of modules is this few principles I'd like us to focus on as trainers, speakers, and coaches. Our expertise is truly our asset. You know, we think a lot about what our real assets are. And our assets could be our experience. Our assets could be the resources that we have. Our expertise could be the people that work with us. Our resources could be the access to some of the things that you have done before. But more importantly, actually, at the end of the day, is our expertise, because no one can take away that expertise from you. Whether it's COVID, whether it's pandemic, whether it's some kind of crisis, your expertise will always remain with you. So that's your greatest asset. Okay, so the greatest asset, number one, is the key guiding principle. Now, number two, we as trainers, as speakers and coaches, remember, we do not sell training. We are not in the business of selling a program. We are not in the business of selling a consulting or a coaching session. We are in the business of improved performance, which means we are solution providers. Now remember this, because when we go online and we start to talk about the different things that we can give online, deliver online, remember, you are only as good as what you're offering as a solution, not what you're offering as a program. And then the third most important guiding principle is our brand. Now our brand is the expression, okay? It's an expression of who we are, what our brand promise is, and really it's what our customers will pay for. We all know that certain brands of shoes may all look the same in terms of maybe even quality and maybe even design. But what's key is branding, right? You take 2 shoes, both look alike, but one has a stronger brand. Which one would you pay more for, right? I mean, there are many imitators out there that can imitate Nike and imitate Adidas in terms of design. Of course, there's some legal implications around that. But what I'm trying to say here is that even if they can match the closest material, closest quality, closest design, without that stamp of the brand, what people see, what it's worth, has a different context and meaning. So the same thing for us as trainers. When we go online, how strong is your brand? Because your brand is truly what people will pay for and what they think you're worth. So it's very important for us to have this idea of these 3 key guiding principles as we take our business on. Now, the most important fact of being online and being able to be successful online is this key thing about having good collaboration. being able to network, being able to create partners. In the online world, it's even more easier. The reason why is because your reach is greater, you can scale even more. Creating partnerships, creating affiliates, creating people that push forward your program and sells that program for you as well, extends your reach and your coverage. So spread your reach. Yeah, go outside your comfort zone. Do things that you have never done before. Speak to people that you have never thought that could actually sell your program. Because at the end of the day, there are many affiliate marketers out there that might see value in what you offer, and they'll be more than interested to actually sell to a whole new group of customers that you have never sold before. So remember, spread your reach, collaborate, create partnerships. It's all about the win-win. When we think about how you can help other people first, automatically we start to benefit from that outcome of helping people. Now remember, if we want other people to sell us, we must make it easy. Make it easy. Get your materials clearly defined, clearly written up, clearly designed. Yeah? Get enough information out there so that it's easy for people to know you, to sell you, to pitch you, to present you, and so that all the things that they need, it's self-sufficient. You know, it's all about speed in today's online context. Yeah? So make it easy for people to help sell you. And then the third one is, if you really want to be successful in online context, remember it's the ABC. Always be closing. We must always move things forward because in the online context, communication is key. Finding your customer at the right time, for the right reason, for the right need, is very crucial because that's the point and that's the decision where buying is made. That's the process where we can actually influence their buying decision. So it's very crucial to always be taking steps to move our customers through what we call a funnel, through a journey for them to start to explain themselves, through a journey for them to start to understand what you offer and how you can actually help them. Yeah, so it's very crucial to always be moving things forward. It could be by way of online email, a series of email triggers. It could be remarketing strategies. It could be a whole variety of social engagements to have different points of abilities to actually touch your customer. Omni-channel marketing, as we call it. Yeah. So always be moving forward. Always be closing. Always be finding ways to engage your customer so that they can have a sense of knowing that you can actually help them. Because there's always a customer out there looking for you. Okay. So that's it for Module 1. Take a break and we'll start with Module 2 right about now.